This mic is very one-directional. Why? No, it's just a stream. There's no editing. You just record free form, you know? It's like free form. I don't know. Anyway, let's look at the actual cards. I have a Jace. Jace is amazing. I'm playing that. I'm also playing Clever Impersonator, because you know what's better than one Jace? Two Jaces. It's worse than one Jace, because it kills the other Jace. These things are good. Good.
That's a card.
When it's turned up, you can turn... Ooh, it can turn itself face down again. You can just turn it up and down all day long. It's a weird phrase to say. Prophetic Bolt! There are some good cards here. This is an amazing sideboard card. You can probably play this. It's just fixing and cantrips. More fixing. Oh, I've got 2 eggs. That's not exciting. This might go in. That's a White Knight. It can be good. Let's sort by colour, probably. What else blue have we got? That can be okay, but I'm not excited about playing it. 3/2 unblockables are fine. It's worse than the one in cards, but it's still pretty much the same card. Grip Tide's always good. It's like perfect. It's a 3-drop, and it stops our Jace from dying. Even though it has protection from green, like a 1/1 flyer just isn't exciting. But Brainstorm is. If you have any way to shuffle. Jace Brainstorms. Spiderworm's pretty good. Big creatures are really good in this. I forgot to mention, this is Foul Play 2. Poultrygeist returns. It's another one of those composite sealed formats where you just open a ton of packs and play with whatever you get. It's just random things from Magic's past, so there's some cool stuff and some dumb stuff and everything in between. It's almost definitely going in the deck. Because we've got to play Jace, right? This card's insane. Gotta play it. Spark Spray's nice. Just damage you can cycle away. Damage. This card's not good. This card is good. Put it on... that's a wizard. And that's a wizard. I have 2 wizards. Wizard Travel. Yeah, Rock Jockey's fine. 3 mana, 3/3. It's pretty good. Goblin Commando's fine. Damage on a creature. Get yourself your 2-for-1s. And Crossbow Infantry. These effects really stack up over the game. Just get to like kill things in combat all the time. This card can be pretty good if you have enough clerics. I'm not sure if we will, but... Okay, that's not a cleric. That's not a cleric. That's not a cleric. None of these are clerics. Okay, it's probably going to be pretty bad. We'll see. This card's fine. Even Liberate is pretty good. So I don't think I'll ever lose to a deck that's playing swamps between Karma and White Knight. That is if I'm playing white. And 2 archers are better than 1. This is almost like an archer again. Oh, there are some good white creatures. That's probably not amazing. Shelter is though. Shelter is a disgusting card in Limited. Just 2-for-1s like crazy. Don't think I'll be playing black at the moment. I've got like this Invoker, which is really good, but that's about it. I can maybe side in Execute against a white deck, but I just don't have much black fixing. So I'll just probably cut that, and cut Darkwater Egg. So I think I've had a look at everything. Didn't miss anything in red. Dragon Grip's okay, but I don't think it's amazing for our deck. It's more of a controlling kind of thing. And yeah, I think a decent place to start building. Get this Abzan guide out of here, not playing black. Even though morphs are pretty good, but it's just too awkward to fit black mana into this deck. Probably cut some more of this red stuff, because I don't think I'm going to be heavy red. Might still play these. Rock Jockey, probably not though. 3 mana 3/3 that doesn't let you play lands. It's just not an amazing thing to splash for. I might play Goblin Commando, but I'd rather not. In regards to blue, Treasure Trove is probably a bit greedy. It's a double blue card that requires a whole lot of mana to use. I do like it, but it's probably just not worth playing. Not sure yet about... I mean, playing a Portal and Treasure Trove do similar things. So does Jace. Don't really need too many of those effects in the deck. They do become pretty redundant. Don't think I really want Timely Horde Mate either, since the 2-drops that are in my deck aren't likely to die that often, and when they do, I'm not likely to want them back that badly. White Knight I'll probably also put in my sideboard. It's a really good card to have against the black decks. Also have Mystic Crusader, which I'm definitely playing because this card's actually really good. But White Knight, for a 2-drop, it's got double white in its mana cost, and that's probably just a bit too restrictive. 4 drops, even Redeemer is really good. Dive Bomber is also good, but a little weaker. I probably don't really want Master of the Veil, because all it is like a 4 mana 2/3 and I have no things that synergize with it very well. Rather more, so like Histrodon, Monastery Flock, Snowhorn Rider, and I think that's actually it. Yeah, not very exciting. But I'd still like to play blue for like Clever Impersonator, Jace, and Prophetic Bolt. Covert Operative isn't ideal, but I might play it just for the evasion if I can lock up the ground enough. Lavamancer's skill is looking a bit less exciting now that I've cut half my wizards out of the deck. Still a really good card though. We will see. I think Goblin Commander is a bit much though. No, get back in there. Black-Eyed Mauler is not a bit much. Having a 4/4 that can also just be a card is nice. Sprouting Vines can be okay if you're playing multiple colours, because it can fix really well. But I don't think I need that kind of effect very much. It's just like a divination for lands, usually, on your opponent's turn. Slice and Dice is probably worth running. More as a 3-drop than as a 6 mana sweeper. But sometimes it is just a 6 mana sweeper. And then it's really good. Snowhorn Rider, yeah, it's worth running. Currently considering cutting Lavamancer's skill, and maybe Flame Burst. Covert Operative could get out of here. Maybe some more of his green cards, probably Wirewood Elf first. Adding extra green doesn't actually help my mana, and it can ramp me a bit, but I'm not ramping that high. I'd rather just play like things to control the game than things to ramp me into something. I'm more of a controlling deck for sure. Gravel Thing is fine. Can regard it more as a 3-drop as well. Definitely playing High Sentinels. In case you haven't played Karn's Limited yet, this card is broken. Also might cut Mystic Visionary. 2 mana 2/1 is fine, but not exciting by a stretch. I don't think I have any way to shuffle after all, except for playing a Portal, which might be enough for Brainstorm. Don't have any other way to care about what's on top of my deck. Yeah, Brainstorm might be a bit greedy. Let's just cut that now. I think I just have to cut all of this stuff, because I've still got too many cards in my deck. Let's group creatures separately. The curve is not beautiful. It's okay. Histrodon is really nice. I would just like something at 2. Just a little bit of impact. Maybe I should put Mystic Visionary back in, or Starlight Invoker. Disciple of Grace. I've got a lot of Black 8. I just really want to play against black decks all day long. Because I can kill them very easily. Might cut Dive Bomber. Don't really want to cut any of these other 4-drops. They're all really good value. I'm going to cut this thing because it's just dumb. I don't have any clerics in my deck. Could also cut the Crowsound Avenger. It's possible. I think once I'm at Threshold, I'll probably have other ways to win the game than a 3-mana 3-1. Timberwatch Elf is just fine though. With 2 archers, a healer. This gets really good. Means I'm going to be winning combat once I stabilize. I kind of like Simian Grunts just because I really don't have a lot of way of interacting with early creatures, and Simian Grunts does do a good job of that. When you play it in combat, kill their thing, and then pay the echo and have a creature on board, it's just hard for people to kill you very quickly. Now, I definitely want to play Sungrath Egg, Shelter. I always want to play Brainstorm just to get Mystic Zealot and Mystic Crusader Threshold sooner. Because they are a lot better with Threshold. Those are the only 2, so I don't think it's worth playing another kind of redundant blue card in my deck. Whether or not I want Planar Portal or Water Whirl is interesting. I don't think I need Planar Portal. I think my deck's just controlling enough that I have enough good cards I can draw into that I don't need to search for them. Maybe in the really slow matchups. Water Whirl I'm less sure about. I would like to bring in a 2-drop still. So I've got Starlight Invoker is not bad. What's Solidarity do? Yeah, that's not a good card. +5 toughness. No thank you. White Knight is good, but I still don't think I'm heavy enough in white to play it. At least if my opponent isn't black. Mystic Visionary is also competing for the attention, but I think Invoker is better for what my deck wants. Just having a 3 toughness blocker. Yeah, I think Invoker is interesting. And then I can cut like Water Whirl, I guess. I want Repel more than Water Whirl, I think. It's cheaper, easier to cast, only 1 blue. And it's actually just trades for a card rather than Water Whirl, which is still card disadvantage, even though it bounces 2 creatures. Yeah, it's probably fine. And then I've got 2, 3 red cards. I can play like a mountain or 2. Let's have a look at what Magic Online recommends. So 5, that would be 7 white sources, 4 blue sources. That's too many red sources. I've got 1 green source so far. Probably want like 5 green sources at least. 7 white sources, 4 blue sources, and I can probably still go down on the red. Because then I have Scabland and Seavalor Debris both. I might want to play 18 lands in this deck actually, the more I look at it. Because my mana base is not great. So we've got a ton of white. Definitely want that. Let's try adding this to deck. Combine groups and sort by colour. Yeah, so quite a bit of white, a fair bit of green and blue. And yeah. I am good at selecting lands. 4 blue sources is really not as many as I want. I'd much rather have 5. Then 2 red sources plus seafloor debris. Snowhorn Ride is fine, and these are both very powerful cards, but getting double red will be hard for Slice and Dice. I could just cut this. It's very powerful. So if I only had another, like, dual land, that would make things much easier. Yeah, I just don't really have that many options. Maybe I should just cut this. Only play red for these 2. I think that's probably right. And then I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can play another white source. Then I have 5, 6 green sources. Even Timberwatch Elf is cuttable. Like the 1-2 that pumps something for 1 just isn't that great. Course of Wirewood is also a good sideboard card. Can't really afford to bring in a red card at this point. Probably just another white card, that Mystic Visionary. Yeah, I think that's fine. So I'll submit this, and I suppose wait for other people. Hello, Supper Ducky. So I was just talking to my housemate because he is the stupid person who left the comment. Supper Ducky. Yeah. To answer this question regardless, I'm probably planning to play sort of like a bad control deck. Seems pretty legitimate. So my general approach to all these sealed deck events is just take the most powerful cards in every color and jam them in a deck. It's usually successful, but this might be a little bit too greedy. I probably shouldn't be playing green. In fact, let's try cutting green. It's really not that good. Let's have a look at the deck with just blue, red, and white. Yeah, I can probably still play Snowhorn Rider. By cutting all these forests. Putting that island back in. Then we can play Flame Burst. Probably even Love Might's a skill. And one more card? Golden Commando maybe? Or it could be a white card. I like Commando though. Anything else I'd want to play? Probably not. Spark Spray is just not that exciting. Wall of Stone is an 08. It's a big blocker, I'll give it that, but it's double red, which is just not castable. Could play this thing. Really expensive though. Yeah, so last time I played this, I lost to a bunch of decks that just had 6 mana 6/6s. Sea Monster unfortunately does not fit into that category very well. Let's go. So I didn't really add any blue cards in. 3, 5 red sources seems good. And one more land. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 white sources already, and 4, 5 blue sources. Let's bring in one more blue source, I guess. And sort by color. Yeah, that seems okay. 5 red sources. Yeah, this deck seems better. I was playing green in the other one because I liked my big creatures, but they didn't actually contribute anything to the deck. So now I have 3 green sources to turn Snowhorn Rider face up. Which is good, it's a 5/5 trample, it's really, really big. I don't have a ton of ways to deal with my opponent's huge creatures. So I might still end up dying to the 6 mana 6/6 deck. I just don't think my deck had any way to deal with creatures like that. At all. I have no real death touches to speak of. I have a couple bounce things like Jace. Clever Impersonator deals with a 6/6. Yeah, I think my main plan is to beat the decks that are smaller than me, and then try and find a way to beat decks that are bigger than me, like High Sentinels does it, Snowhorn Rider can do it, hypothetically. I really just need to draw High Sentinels against those decks. I could even bring Brainstorm in here. Actually, I think that's more exciting than Goblin Commando. Gives me something to do early, just to makes more hands keepable, just by making sure that I hit my early land drops more often. Yeah, it's not terrible. It's okay with Prophetic Bolts. I can put cards on top I don't want and then just put them on the bottom of my library. What was the other card I was mentioning before? Was it a green card? I don't even know. There was something that affected it, but I think I must have cut it. Oh, Planar Portal was the card that I was thinking of. That's probably not a way to beat the big decks. I wish I could play this. This card's really cool. Also got the 1 mana guy that sacrifices 3 clerics to go look for it and put it into play. This is a big dumb avatar. Really not good for those people who have that phobia of like holes in your skin. Because that's kind of what his face looks like. And his legs. Just his whole deal. It's not great. But I think this deck's okay. The main card I'm actually unhappy to give up in green is Simian Grunts. Histrodon's cool, but once you're at 5 mana, you don't really need this kind of effect. Whereas Simian Grunts is really good at spot on the curve. Yeah. Just waiting the 2 minutes and 30 seconds for someone else to submit their deck, I guess. Now let's see if this works. Just see if I can play music for myself and have it turn up on the stream, because I don't want that. Reckless Charge is really good, and Rites of Initiation if I was going to go into an aggressive deck, but I just don't think that red is aggressive enough for that. I've got like some removal spells. I've got Trumpet Blast. Yeah, it's just not enough aggressive 2-drops here. Yeah, there's not much of an option there. Defiant Strike could be okay. Might be better than Brainstorm, actually. Probably is. Okay. Weird. I do have it open twice. I see. I was wondering why I was hearing myself talk twice. It's just because I had two. I was worried that the audio was looping over. Doop-a-doo. Can I afford to play Brainstorm anyway? Probably not. Don't really want to cut any of these. Don't want to cut the 2 drops. I think I'm happy enough with this build. Basically a heavy white deck. It's got some good blue, good red, and this thing. Got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 white sources plus sungrass egg and seafloor debris. Pretty good. Come on. Ready for match 1. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. Ooh. We get to start 15 seconds early. That is exciting stuff. Everyone knows that we want to start our match 15 seconds before the time runs out. Or not. Or we just wait. There we go, I'm playing against Yogurt Pot 99. Classic yogurt pot. That's somehow really hard for me to say. Yogurt Pot 99. Everyone knows Yogurt Pot 99. Classic Magic Online grinder? Maybe. I don't know, they could be a grinder. Let's have a look. Who is Yogurt Pot 99? That was definitely not Yogurt Pot. Okay. I have no idea who Yogurt Pot 99 is. I'll keep this. It sounds fine. I can cast every card in it. I've got access to my 3 main colours. I have a cantrip. And I have High Sentinels of Arishin, which will win me the game. Let's go Plains. And pass. If my opponent plays a 2-drop, I'll definitely Defiant Strike it. But they didn't. Here. What do I want to play? Probably don't need to play Crossbow Infantry. You gotta play Mystic Visionary. Since my opponent doesn't have a creature, if they still don't play a creature next turn, at least I get to get in for 3 damage. If they do play a creature, I can play either one of these. I like these formats. When else are you going to play High Sentinels of Arishin? Okay. So now, probably bust out the Plains. Yeah, there's no reason not to. I'm not going to draw a blue 2-drop because I have none. Okay. Their morph can't be very good if they're taking it for my 2-1. Look at the Spinning Gurner. This card's insane. And they've got 3 Why would you block there? It's also got reach, so they don't have to worry about my 2-1 getting flying either. Let's just pop these out so I can see what's going on in the graveyards. Magic Online really needs to fix like what they do with their graveyards. It's just not elegant. Yeah. So now, after combat, let's go Crossbow Infantry. Because the 1/3 is not doing much. And I'll pass. No sense to play this, so I'm not going to do anything with the card I draw. Might as well keep it in hand to see what my opponent does. They even have a 4th. I don't understand why they blocked there. Spitting Gorner is really good. Okay. Let's Defiant Strike this. This is, as you can see in the top left-hand corner, Foul Play 2, Poultrygeist Returns. It's a Thanksgiving holiday event, which is a compilation sealed deck, including, I believe it's Odyssey, Onslaught, Legions, 8th edition, Khans of Tarkir, I think there's another set or two in there. There's Vintage Masters, you get a Vintage Masters pack. This is definitely relevant because that format is insane. I'll attack here. I'll see what my opponent's doing. If they're keeping up a removal spell, I'd rather bait it than play my High Sentinels into it. And to continue with that, I'm just gonna... Problem is if I play Snowhorn Rider, I still can't morph it up next turn. I think I'll just play the 1-3, yeah. Tapping blue because keeping up red and white is more relevant to combat tricks and removal in general. There's not that many counterspells that my opponent can really bother playing around. I think there might be Mana Leak in 8th edition, but it might not even be in there. Certainly in Khan says Disdainful Stroke. That's fine. Still not better than a Spitting Gurner. Don't really know why my opponent blocked there. Then again, you shouldn't expect, like, GP quality play here. It's a Phantom event, the price structure is really low. There's not much incentive to play this event unless you actually really enjoy the crazy packs in it. Oh, I wish I could keep him. It's just a Phantom event. So any cards you open, just... you open them, enjoy playing with them for a little bit. What? Okay. Sometimes I have to, like, click on Magic Online to get it to respond. So, I can play land now, then if I draw Sungrass Egg, I can turn Snowhorn Rider face up. Seems fine. I want to put this... I guess I'll just put it here. Maybe, yeah, putting it off on the right. This is nowhere good to put these graveyards. It's just really annoying. I don't know. I don't know what to do with the graveyard on Magic Online. I hope they do something more elegant with it than just these weird pop-outs. Yeah. I still just don't really want to play High Sentinels if I can't protect it. So I just made the mistake there of tapping my Mountain after representing red mana last turn. But probably not going to cost me the world. Yeah, with Jace and Clever Imposter, High Sentinels, like, I pulled some sweet cards, but these events are kind of unsatisfying to play in, purely for the fact that you don't get to keep any of the... What? I'm really confused. My opponent is playing Skaith Zombies in a format that includes 3 packs of morphs. Wouldn't you just play an off-color morph? I'm sure they have a red or blue off-color morph. Do they have, like, a zombie tribal thing? This card is just objectively bad. I would play, like, a, I don't know, 2 mana 2/1 over this. It's just, it comes out on turn 3 and affects nothing. Like, look how much I care about this. I'll say they didn't attack with it. I'm really confused right now. I think I'm just going to keep playing lands until I get to 8 mana. And here... I don't even want to trade any of my cards for my opponents. Since they're not attacking with their Skirk Familiar, and I just drew a card that can block it. Yeah, I'm just going to keep playing the control game. I've got Starlight Invoker here, so once I get to 8 mana, even if they kill High Sentinels, I can just start getting crazy... Oh god, that's horrible. The graveyard appears over the... I'm going to move the graveyard over here just so I can actually expand my cards. There are definitely some up... Whoa, this card's good. I have to kill my opponent real quick suddenly. They have a Yawgmoth Bargain. A Yawgmoth Bargain and a Scourge Familiar? Okay, this is a really scary game all of a sudden. Um, wow, my opponent can just draw 17 cards on the spot and then play anything they like. Let's see how deep they go. This is exciting. Yawgmoth Bargain plus Scourge Familiar. It's kinda sweet. They might wait to untap and then draw a whole lot of cards. I think I'm just going to play High Sentinels here. I need to kill my opponent. Need to put pressure on them, thanks to Yawgmoth's Bargain. Probably shouldn't have played that pre-combat, because I'm actually going to attack. Also, I'm not sure why I didn't attack with Skate Zombie, sorry, Starlight Invoker last turn. It's fine. I still don't really want to trade for Skate Zombies. Just gonna morph his face up. But I will trade Snowhorn Rider for Scourge Familiar, because I cannot let them have Yawgmoth's Bargain and Scourge Familiar. That is way too good. Yep. Pass priority. Let's see what my opponent does with Yawgmoth's Bargain. Let's just always yield to this. Yep. Surely my opponent just draws like 10 cards here. Or at least draws up to 7. Hates. They're gonna go more. Gonna draw more cards. 10. Or 9. 9 cards, 10 life. I should probably lose here, because Yawgmoth's Bargain is not a remotely fair card. Oh god. Don't be Doom Blast. That's still bad, but it could have been much worse. The fact that they gain life off it is definitely annoying. Okay. Let's just attack with this. Yeah, all I can do is just ping at my opponent's life and hope I can kill them, I guess. They just have access to so many more cards than I do. If they have any other life gain in their deck, I probably just can't win. This card's insane. Why did they think this was a good idea? It's like Necropotence, but not even remotely not even remotely beatable. If my opponent had Necropotence, I'd still probably be dying here. But this card's just so much better. In a slow sealed format. I probably need to bring in like Disenchants. Or just all my anti-black cards. Stonewood Invoker is fine, I guess. I'll probably attack next turn and then never again. Ugh. Wait, this is fine, I'm not playing black. I can just block that forever. I probably do need to start playing a little faster though. Draw Jace, Prophetic Bolt, draw Clever Impersonator, that would be a pretty good draw. Clever Impersonator, copy Yawgmoth's Bargain with Starlight Invoker in play. Pretty powerful. Well, that's a Clever Impersonator. Let's have ourselves a Yawgmoth's Bargain. It's a real bargain. Turns out I can win this match very easily, I think. Okay, let's draw some more cards. I have a lot more life than my opponent does. Do I have any wizards in my deck anymore? I don't know. Just draw enough cards that I can get Threshold straight away for this thing. So this is... First let's play Mystic Crusader. Come on. Let this resolve. Nice. Then I'll play a Plains. So I need to draw 3 more cards. Maybe 2 more cards, because I've got Flame Burst. That's also a good draw. Slice and dice. So let's see, if I pass, I discard 2 cards, go to 6 cards in graveyard. Yep, I think that's fine. And I should be able to win this match. I'll probably just discard Scabland. Not good here. Probably just 2 land Scabland and a Plains. Yeah, Clever Impersonator is a good card when it's copying Yawgmoth's Bargain for value. Alright. Exciting stuff. So my plan for this game is just to outvalue my opponent with my Starlight Invoker. Although they have a lot more cards in library than I do. Should be okay. I think I can burn my opponent out. I think. Love Master skill can't hit players, so kind of awkward. But I don't think they can deal with my Mystic Crusader. I've got protection from black and flying. This deals with everything I need to deal with. So here I'm probably siding Karma, I think. Probably Disciple of Grace as well. There's just a 4 mana 3/3 in their deck? Do they have some sort of zombie tribal thing to justify a 4 mana 3/3 and a 3 mana 2/2? Have some sort of dragon. Also, they played rather than just cantripping it? Oh, Deathmark Prelate. That does kind of justify playing Scathe Zombies. Kind of. Attack, attack, attack. Oh. I'm just gonna kill. Oh no, that doesn't die. It's got too much toughness. That's fine. I'll just untap and kill it now. Let's put. No! Stop trying to flame burst things. Love monster skill. There we go. So their plan. I don't even know what their plan is because they still can't target Mystic Crusader. But I'm not going to let them kill my other creatures. Okay. Is that a source? Could have done this on their turn too. This is fun. Yep. Draw some more cards. I need to have 7 cards in hand, yo. 1 more. Ooh, Repel. That's really good against Yawgmoth's Mulligan. I mean, not amazing, because they can just draw it again, but... Trade a card and deal a damage. I'll take that deal. What's my top creature card? Ooh, my top creature card is good. I can just play Mountain and pass. I think that's reasonable. Mountain Morph? No. I want to keep up Repel. And I have to keep back this guy to block their creatures with. No attacks. So the main trick here will be to kill my opponent before I run out of cards in my library. That should be fine. I can just draw all but one of the cards at my library. Just keep 7 cards in hand at all times. My opponent will run out of life before they draw all their cards. Whereas I will not have that fortune. Thanks to this beautiful, beautiful card. Even if I've got a good block with Stoneforward Invoker, they can attack and then I'll repel it if they pay mana for it. What's this? Plague Wind? That's not a fair card at all. I can't beat that. Wow. That's Plague Wind. Okay. Graveyard Order is relevant here, because I want Starlight Invoker on top, so I can get it back with Mistmoon Griffin. So I'm going to bounce one of those 3 power guys. Probably Bladewing's Thrall. Yeah. Then I'll play Miss Moon, Griffin, and Slice and Dice. Getting back my Starlight Invoker. What's my opponent doing? Just drawing cards in response. Not sure why they... Oh, is that so they don't have to draw their 3/3 again? Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Okay. So now I have to play Miss Moon Griffin. I don't have to do this, but I think it's better than the alternative. I want to win the game here through value. And with my opponent on way more cards in their library and creatures on the field, I think I just gain more life than they can, and they probably can't win. This is a really weird game of Magic. I don't think I played one like this before. It's playing against 2 Yawgmoth Spargans. Nice. Stacked my graveyard correctly. Like a boss. So now I just F6 and hope my opponent doesn't find a way to deal with Starlight Invoker. Plague Wind. It's disgusting. It is trying to draw an out to Starlight Invoker. Can't beat 5 life a turn, son. Oh, apparently you can. What was that? Clutch of Undeath? Gross. Let's draw some cards. Oh, that's Jace. Yeah. It's pretty good. So his ult is not bad here. I think I'll target myself with this. Then I can see what's coming up and see if it's worth a life. That is not worth a life. Put his card on the bottom of the library? Yes. This is very much a match where I have to keep an eye on what the time is. Yep. Just hope my opponent doesn't draw an out for this, because I'm planning to win the game off Jace after both me and my opponent have Yawgmoth Spargans. Do I have anything in my deck that can just go infinite? Because I only need one thing to get things back from my graveyard with. Yeah, they're attacking Jace. I almost just want to let them do that. Yeah, I think that's fine. I don't think I need Jace to get there that quickly. Whereas giving protection to any creature is probably pretty valuable. I might even just brainstorm next turn. Oh god, my opponent has a Starlight Invoker. I have to kill that. Ah! This is insane! This matchup is insane! I can bounce that, I suppose? I don't even know. My opponent's just gaining life on my upkeep. It's fine. I don't know why they waited for my turn to do that, but there might be a reason. Let's put both these cards back on top. Ugh. This is hard. I think I cast this face down. The next turn Jace can put a card on the bottom. This matchup's hard to play. At least now I can double block. So many decisions. If my opponent hadn't played this, I could have just beaten them down with Aven Liberator. That is something to keep in mind. I do need to attack my opponent, probably. Yep. Let's block here. Oh, they're attacking me. They've given up on killing Jace, even though he's at 2. Giant growth. I'm definitely going to turn his face up. How big is this? Is it a 1-4? It's a 1-3. Yeah, it's slightly unfortunate. Choose black. Wait. Target creature you control. Okay. Otherwise I was going to give my opponent's creature pro green just for style points. And let's just turn his face up to make my opponent think some more. Yeah. Just keep on passing. The only green cards are already in my graveyard, so I'm going to sack this at the end of my opponent's turn. Why did they have a Starlight Invoker? This is a really annoying matchup. Oh, and a Keru Dreadmore? That's so annoying. I just have to hope they don't have a way to kill me, because I'm probably just going to have to go to 1 life with Yawgmoth Sparkin this turn to beat their overwhelming board position. Yep, it's fine. So let's get rid of the card on top of my library. I'm definitely falling behind in time. This is not good. Yes. Now let's draw a card. Now let's draw a card. Oh gosh. Let's draw a card. What? Oof. My Prophetic Bolt is like the last card, I think. Say 3 attackers, Mystic Zealot, even Liberator, Prophetic Bolt only deals with 3. Okay. Yeah, so I'm banking on my last card being Prophetic Bolt, otherwise I just can't win. But if it is Prophetic Bolt, I kind of have a chance. Have to really hope that my opponent just has no gas left. I don't know. And hope they neglect to gain life for Starlight Invoker. Okay. Well, let's do the correct blocks. If my opponent passes priority back, I think I draw a card Prophetic Bolt Starlight Invoker, just to avoid going to 1 life. Wait, I will go to 1 life. Okay, I have to do that anyway. Woodcloaker is a 3/3. Yeah, it's pay 1 life to draw a card. Oh, it's Aven Redeemer? That doesn't... Okay. Last card, you better be Prophetic Bolt. Wow. Okay, choose a color. Green. Phew. This match is crazy. If I manage to win this game, I will be ecstatic. See there, 3, 6, 7. They don't even have enough mana to activate this, which is good for me. Don't have anything you can draw, please. I don't even have plays, so I'm just going to F6 here. Let my opponent do their thing. Whew. Let's hope my anti-black sideboard can help me win this match. What'd they do? Oh, they sacked it to carry Dreadmore. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, carry Dreadmore. It's hard for me to... What was that? Debilitating injury. Ugh. That's annoying. Oh, no. I can't beat that. So I can knock my opponent down to 8. And then have 4 power in play. That's not enough. I can try and play both of these and bounce a thing with Chase. I don't think I actually have a way out of this game. Wow. This matchup is crazy complex. My opponent's deck is very dedicated to this game plan. I'm actually really impressed. When I first saw Scathe Zombies, I was like, this person has to be terrible. That their deck works. It's really weird. I can get it to 6, then to 8. I don't think I can win that way. If I bounce this, I can knock my opponent down to 4. No, 8, and then 4, yeah. I think let's look at the top card, just get more information. Yes. Let's just play this. And pass. Yoga Pot 99, you're alright. Built a sweet deck here. Play Quint, Yawgmoth's Bargain. Some crazy stuff going on. And I really like the Kara Dreadmore in this deck. Actually does work. Yep. Probably gonna have to trade one of my things for a Woodcloaker, which isn't ideal. No attack. That's okay with me. That helps me with my game plan, which is just to hopefully ult Chase. Maybe I should have blocked earlier when he tried to attack Chase, because I need to be 11 now. Yep. At least I'm gaining back a little bit of time right now. It's possible that I won't time out before my opponent. Both my cards on the bottom are islands. No, I'm not going to lose this. I'm going to make my opponent play out as long as they can. This is maximum EV here. Okay. Yeah, my opponent has the kill here, but if they choose not to attack again... My best bet is that my opponent doesn't see that they have the kill. Also, I'm just going to keep looking at my opponent's top card, just see if there's more cards in their deck. Yeah, morph. Okay, what's this card? Ooh, Ghastly Demise. I'm definitely putting that on the bottom. Okay, my opponent should just kill me now. Jason's on 10, I've seen a bunch of cards in their library. Oh, I wish I had Thought Scour. Thought Scour in response to Yawgmoth's Bargain. What an insane match. Yeah. This is completely unwinnable unless my opponent makes a mistake. Which has definitely happened before to me on Magic Online, so I'm gonna let it happen, if it happens. And if my opponent does attack me for lethal, then I'll use Yawgmoth's Bargain. So the last morph, I think I saw it. Oh, Soot Feather for lock. Okay. So I've now seen most of my opponent's deck. Might want to bring in Claws of Wirewood. Tendrils of Agony could be okay. Wait, no I can't. I'm not playing black. Karma, though. Karma is insane. Do I have any disenchants? Don't think I do. I have Demystify. Do I play this? I probably don't even bother. Might bring in White Knight. Disciple of Grace, almost for sure. Oh, that's a disenchant. On a creature. Let's see if there's anything good in this matchup aside from the cards I've already got. Coast Watcher has protection from green. That's probably not irrelevant. They have a few green creatures. And getting it for one pretty reliably is good too. Exile target card from a graveyard and cycling. Probably not that ideal. Could bring in Reckless Charge, because I can get it into my own graveyard if I manage to copy. No, that's going way too deep. It's good if I get to late mana. I just don't think I need it. I was having no trouble using my mana for most of those turns. Okay. Have a look. Claws of Wire was decent. I can kill it. I can use it to kill creatures. Gravel Sling is pretty bad. So is Crossbow Infantry. Might not be great, but I'll consider it still. This soldier. Probably cut Lava Master skill. I think Flame Burst is fine though. Might want Goblin Commando. Unfortunately, I don't have a card like Reap the Graves like my opponent does. Just to get massive card advantage. So I need to cut cards. Probably don't need White Knight. Get 2 more cards. One more card to cut. Yeah, let's just cut this and submit. It might not have been the correct cut, but I was running low on time. I would like to play first, and I will keep this hand. It's got Flame Burst, a Cycler. Got 3 lands, it's fine. And play this face down. If my opponent plays Yawgmoth's Bargain again. Unfortunately not great against Yawgmoth's Bargain, but it's okay. It disrupts the Starlight Invoker combo, which is the thing I'm really worried about. Yawgmoth's Bargain has a limit on how many cards it lets him draw. Oh, that's a good draw. So let's just play this turn. And then I've got options for next turn. Green guy. Let's cast this. If my opponent plays a black thing, I'll play Disciple, but no need to play it first because I don't want to throw them off. Mystic Crusade is good as well. I think I'll use this now just to see if I can hit a land. I did. Nice. Sweet. Now I'll just pass back. See if I can do some work for my Mystic Zealot. There's a reason to cycle Disciple. Just to get to Threshold faster and maybe hit my other hoses. I want my opponent to play Swamps, so Karma gets really good. Now I want to draw Shelter. But it's actually fine, because I have Dari Sanctifier. Let's see if my opponent blocks. No. They're too good to take the bait there. Yeah, it seems like my opponent is actually a decent Magic player. Which saddens me, because I like getting easy wins. And I am still catching up on time. I'm just under 8 minutes, and they're just over 9 minutes. Oh, this is a 1/4 too. That's a good blocker. Yeah, let's just kill that. Die! Take flame to the face. My opponent's got 5 lands and hasn't played anything, so that's also kind of suspicious. I wonder if they have like giant growth. I'm okay trading flame burst for giant growth pre-combat. Okay. Here I'll just probably play Coast Watcher. Yep. Continue hoping my opponent doesn't have Plague Wind. Pretty certain they don't have any other wraths in their deck, and Plague Wind is 9 mana, so I'm pretty happy playing creatures into that. As long as I get enough damage in, it's hard for my opponent to win. And Karma is just looking better and better. I can get to 4 cards in graveyard at any point. Why did... Oh, they killed my Coast Watcher? That's an unusual card to kill. But I'll accept it. Okay. Since I did draw the Scabland, I'm just going to play this now for double white. And there's even a chance I cycle Disciple at the end of my opponent's turn. I'm at 5 cards. Ooh, what? They just conceded? That was very soon. I guess I just didn't have an out against my creatures that were attacking them. Okay, I'm going to reanalyze my deck here, because I might want to bring Defiant Strike back in. Yeah, I think it's arguable. Claws is also interesting. Okay, let's bring those in. Maybe cut, But what to cut? That's the trick. Also, do I bring in White Knight? Probably. Then... Still think I want Slice and Dice. Probably Aven Redeemer is kind of slow. Probably cut a land as well. Maybe a red source, I guess. 4 red sources is enough. It's not a lot, but if the game goes long, I'm happy. Probably cut Flame Burst, since I'm cutting a red source. That's 5, 6 blue sources. Go more into a blue-white sort of aggressive deck. Yeah, I still don't think I brought in any clerics, did I? Wait, this is a cleric, and this is a cleric. There's a soldier, there's a cleric. This guy could be okay now. Just still think it's not that efficient. Timely Horde Mate, maybe? Brings back Disciple. Just still not that exciting. Yeah, I think I like the deck the way it is. I just hope to draw Karma. This hand's also keepable. Definitely hope my opponent mulligans, or just keeps a not exciting hand. Both of those things would be good. And hope I draw White Source Karma. Come on, free wins! Oh, sorry. Why did I bottom 2 lands before? Because I didn't need them, I guess. I was trying to dig to cards with Yawgmoth's Bargain. Face Fetters would be amazing. Yeah, the reason I added Coast Watcher is just to basically block his big green creatures. And because having a flyer is useful against Necropotence. I do definitely agree that 1 power flyers aren't good. I'm not trying to make an argument that Quest Watcher is a good card, because it's not. It's actually really bad. But my reasons for adding it were just that I had very little low curve that was impactful, and having something that can answer his large green creatures and also be like a reasonably impactful creature. I think I'll play Snowhorn Rider here, because I want to keep my disenchant creature around. And if my opponent attacks, I'll definitely block. Just hope they don't have some random morph that wins here. So I've seen their morph so far. Titanic Bullocks. I have not seen that one yet, and I'm happy I blocked. My opponent just likes trading off, I guess. Let's play, yeah, the 2-4. So I'm just going to attack into my opponent if they don't attack into me. No, I don't like that card. Let's play a second blue source and just attack. I highly doubt they're blocking, because that would be crazy. Then I'll repel the prelate. But they might block? No. I think I just play this. Hopefully lull them into blocking next turn, I guess. Lull them? Lure them? One of those is correct and one of those isn't. I can also potentially time my opponent out if I manage to catch up on time enough. Yeah, it's also annoying. Let's just play that. So this is flying. I think I just pass. Probably repel this during their turn. Pretty hard for me to deal with my current board. There's the Yawgmoth's bargain. So at least I can beat my opponent down for a bit of damage. And kill their Yawgmoth's bargain. Means they have to decide how much damage they want to take. Yep. Also, I can still draw Karma at any point. And High Sentinel's Variation too. Okay. I'm definitely playing my land here, because if I draw one more land... Yep, that happens. Yeah, if I draw one more land, then I can play High Sentinels and Pump in the same turn. Not always yield to this, because my opponent's probably going to draw a few cards now. There's also a limit to how many cards they can draw before they have to discard, which is nice. I mean, I'd like to put a few cards in my graveyard if I could, to activate Threshold and give all my things flying, but... So... I think that's fine. I'm okay trading Mystic Zealot for their 2-2. Yep. It's fine. Don't know what their morph is, but Woodcloaker, yeah. I mean, I would have preferred they didn't block, but them blocking is okay. Reducing their options and making them play more defensive while they've got too many cards in hand is something I'd like to do. They'll probably just play 2 spells here though, which means I don't have to discard, which is sad. But I might still draw Karma. And I do get hit for 2 damage a turn. They're not playing anything? Oh, okay. Scourge Familiar. Land, 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 land. Land. actually get to attack with everything, which is sweet. Let's see what blocks I make. I'm happy for them to block Scourge Familiar. Onto Mistbone Griffin, get rid of my Flyer, then I get to get Mystic Zealot back. I'm happy for a lot of blocks. That's fine. So they have 7 mana right now. I can get back a 2/4. I think I definitely want to kill that. This might not work out the way I want it to. It might result in me just getting Mystic Zealot back. That's probably still fine. I mean, whatever this guy's called, Mystic Visionary? Giant Growth? That's also fine. Okay. My opponent's in a decent position now. They do get to draw a card every turn, unfortunately. Did I use Darius Sanctifier on my own turn? If so, that was a mistake, and I apologize. Should have definitely used it on their draw step after they had not drawn. At least at present, my opponent's timing out before I am. This game's crazy. If it comes down to timing out in Game 3, then I'm actually satisfied, because this game has been very skill testing for both me and my opponent, and I think I've made mistakes, and they may have as well. But, oh, my opponent's just eating up time there. I'm okay with that. Seven mana? 8 mana? Death Grasp? They could just Death Grasp my High Sentinels. If they do that, that's pretty good. Yeah. Karma. Nope, that's not Karma. But I can attack for 2. And they're blocking? I'm okay with that. So now what do I want to draw? I don't know. With that in play, still don't know actually. Probably, that's actually okay. Probably pass for now. But Shelter's a good draw. Just not massively impactful. I'd like to draw a Prophetic Bolt. That would be amazing. Yep, definitely a block there. And if it's big enough to kill Darius Sanctifier, then I'll just shelter it. Nope. Okay. They might not. Shelter now. That's a good draw. Okay, I just have to make my opponent take forever to win. Seems like they don't have anything crazy good in hand, or they would have played it. Don't be Plague Wind. Don't be Plague Wind. It's Plague Wind. Friggin' Plague Wind. So... it's not a good draw. It's better than any other land, but it's still not a good draw. Prophetic Bolt is still a good draw here. Clever Impersonate is okay. Oh, what's this? Okay, that's not too bad. Stop playing... Okay, that's not so bad. Phew. I just have to play this. Kill all my opponent's creatures. And hope I draw an answer to Centaur Glade. Jace is one? They probably just make 2 Centaurs, right? Yeah, Karma is not good enough at this point. No, don't make 2 centaurs. Don't make 2 centaurs. Don't do it. Oh, brutal. I drew karma far too late. Yeah. Alright, so that was a match. Wow. Intense. uh. Yeah. Well, I'm not sure if any of the other matches will be this intense, so. Alright. Okay, so now we're gonna get ready for game 2. Here we go. Game 2. Already. That was fast. Ooh. I think this is... It's real close. I'm gonna keep this, but it could be wrong. It's like the fact that I have Gravel Slinger, which I can morph and then put Lava Mancer skill on. This is definitely a mulligan, but I'm gonna keep it, is what I should say. Yeah, that was an exciting match. She's gonna... I don't know how to do it. I'm gonna leave it. I should have paused the recording there so I could highlight that first match. But I can go back with editing tools later and do that. Okay, let's just hope I draw a 3rd land. So if I don't do that, then this hand's suddenly real bad. Compared to being real bad. Oh, turn off. No, don't F6 my own turn. Whew, that was scary for a moment. I'm going to play this just because it's more mana efficient than anything else. If I draw planes, I want to play one of the other ones. If I draw any land, I want to play one of these and Lava Mancers. So getting Crossbow Infantry into play with Gravel Slinger. Trying to figure out my play here. Might just be Mystic Visionary, I think. Yeah. It's fine. I'm really looking forward to that 4th land, but if my opponent attacks here, I can block with a 2-1. There's not that many creatures that can favorably trade there. This is fun. And if they do have something that trades favorably, I have a Gravel Slinger. Yeah, I'm just going to keep putting things on the board. My opponent doesn't have black mana, so they probably won't have Plague Wind. Stupid Plague Wind. Freaking killed me 2 different games. That Plague Wind actually was the reason I lost both of those games. It's crazy good. And it's funny because, like, Garrick's Wrath or whatever it's called. It's not even that good. But Plague Wind, it's apparently way better. Oh, Temple of the False God. I love this card. If you haven't already watched it, go and see the video on Channel Fireball. I think it's Caleb Deward, someone with Alexander Haynes from playing the Pirate Cruise deck with Temple of False God in it. It's pretty sweet. Alright. I'm gonna play this and hope I draw a land soon. Because Needle Shot Gurner is actually really annoying. It's a 3/6. I'll be back in a sec. I'm back. I was just asking my housemate never to make a horrible noise again. He's playing Nintendo 64 and I think... Stop! Stop doing that! It's horrifying. You're not Mario. You're not Toad either. He sounds painful and horrible. Ooh. I think I just have to copy Hundred with Clever Impersonator? Maybe? Or play Aven Redeemer. I think I'll play Aven Redeemer, just because I'm worried about the prospect of my opponent having more good cards. It's not like they're killing me that quickly. Plus, once I've got Aven Redeemer in play, it makes my opponent's attacks real hard. Yeah, I can take 4. That's fine. Now let's hope my opponent plays something huge and unstoppable that I can just copy. Because all my support cards make whatever I play better than whatever they play. That's not good. I mean, happy that my opponent draws a dead card, but... it makes my plan disappointing. Okay. Let's put this on here. Now watch my opponent stop attacking. Probably. They might have a bounce spell, but I don't mind trading Lavamancer skill for a bounce spell that much. I'd like to try and set up Clever, like, Miss Moon Griffin to return my Clever Impersonator if that ever dies. Yeah, just keep passing. Wonder what that morph is. Could be something pretty good. My opponent's creature's just huge, it's really annoying. Yeah, multiple cycling lands is frustrating. Cycling lands from 2 different sets. The same one though. It's really cool when that happens. Just 2 copies of the same card from completely different decks. That's 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. Let's block like so and see what happens. Ideally, I lose no creatures in this, and my opponent loses a Hunteruk. But they have 3 cards in hand, so it might not work out so well. But I think this block is safe enough to make. Okay. If this resolves, then good stuff. Yeah, because then they can't even kill the gravel slinger. I think I would have changed those blocks if it was me. Probably would have put the 2-1 first and then the 1-3 second. Now I get to kill a Hundruk. I'll do the last point of damage with my Starlight Invoker at the end of their turn. But I have to do both of these during combat while it's still an attacking creature. So wait a second. Oh, it can deal 1 damage over, because it only prevents the damage that's dealt to the Gravel Slinger. I forgot how prevention worked. That's fine. I'm still happy trading my Mystic Visionary for a Hundruk. Die! Ooh, nice, it worked. Ooh, that was a good draw too. So if I attack with this, that's 5 damage. That's not enough. Yeah, I have like the ground locked up, but that's about all. At least I have Prophetic Bolt in hand, which I'll be happy to use. I want to know what that morph is. So I'll just have to wait for my opponent to tap out and then I can kill it. Something like that. Or my opponent can just keep on passing. That's another thing that can happen. I'll play a Jace. Don't mind if I do. This is a good board to have a Jace on. Yeah, I feel somewhat of a favourite to win here. Don't have a counterspell. Oh, Void Mage Apprentice? That's just rude. Value, I guess. Yeah. Now I know my opponent has a Void Mage Apprentice. I mean, even if I knew my opponent had a counterspell there, I probably would have tried to play into it. I certainly don't want to play Clever Impersonator until I have something to copy. And my other 3 cards are pretty reactive. That's fine. Still can't really attack. It's also fine. This is a really stalemated game. Yeah, it's fine. It's also a good draw. Just pass back. This game is ridiculous. Yeah. I don't know exactly what I'm drawing into at the moment. What are my bombs? High Sentinels, maybe? Lands? I think I just want to draw lands. Forever. Got 3 cantrips in my hand. I just want my opponent to give me a good target for Prophetic Bolts. Guess I'm happy enough blocking here. Like that. I don't think there's any reason to block with this. My opponent has 3 cards in hand. Yeah, it's fine. I'm going to Defiant Strike this. I'm just going to try and bait out a spell from my opponent. Do I even shelter it? Probably not. I definitely ping it twice though. My opponent still can't play 1 toughness creatures because they'll just die to my Starlight Invoker. I can get Aven Redeemer back. It's not a wizard though, is it? It's just a cleric. Yeah. I'm just trying to wonder if there's any targets in my deck for Lava Master skill still. I don't think so. Pretty sure I cut all my wizards because I didn't want to play them. It was just the unblockable guy and the morph guy, and they're not that great guys. Stop it. Stop having things. At least I can Prophetic Bolt that. Yeah. Let's play this. Probably should have tapped my mana with blue up. That was a mistake, but my opponent just can't attack into Mistmoon Griffin either. Because I'll just get back Aven Redeemer. Also lets me keep up Prophetic Bolt next turn. This is such a controlling game. I attacked like once with Mystic Visionary. At least my opponent's drawing a lot of dead lands. Attack! Attack with this. You know you want to. I think my opponent would be in a much better situation if they just never attacked their big creatures. Okay, maybe they caught on. Guess I just pass and use Prophetic Bolt and Spineworm if I get to. My opponent only has 2 cards in hand, so it's likely that that pays off. There is still a chance they have a counterspell. They definitely... I think they would have used the morph before they used a counterspell from their hand. Because they wouldn't want to let the morph die and then not have access to that counterspell anymore. Kurgadon. That probably has to die. Yeah, I'm just going to play this now anyway. Oh, nice. Resolved. I think I'll just take High Sentinels. Yeah. Then I'll put these in this order. Maybe I should have put them in the other order. Might want the 3/5 before I want the Flame Burst. Yeah, I think it's fine to play this here. I have Shelter up still. If my opponent had a counterspell, they would have countered the Prophetic Bolt. And they didn't. Now it should just be a matter of time till I win this game. My board is pretty good. But it's still game 1. My opponent might have sick cards in their deck that I can't beat. There certainly are a few in this format. That's a bit of mana. Is their deck just all... Oh, gosh. I think I would have just returned lands there. Still, you have so many lands, just tap for mana, return them. But, tapping... Yeah, I don't know. I can't imagine anything you'd draw that you'd want to have lands in play for that badly. You can still play a second island if you want to keep up double blue. This is such a controlling board position. I still haven't been able to Clever Impersonate or anything. Life's hard. I've got all these good cards in hand I can't cast. What a bummer. I can pump everything till it's got 5 toughness, then I can slice and dice. play a morph and pass. Yeah, I'm just gonna pass. No reason to attack. This game's just going slowly because my opponent's deck is just beefy. It's not doing anything, it's just pure beef. It's like trying to punch a cow carcass to death. It just goes nowhere, it's just pure beef. That's fine. I think I pump crossbow infantry first, because then I can at least cycle Slice and Dice if I want to. Lets me kill this Nantuko disciple. Yeah. Pump time. Value. Does my opponent have a response? Nope. Now I have 8 mana, so I'll just keep on passing. I'm gonna pump 2 creatures a turn until my High Sentinels is too big to stop. Do boo do do boo boo boo. Do 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 do. This is just such an I don't know, I think I've got like withdrawal from the previous game. I just want that game back. That game was so much fun. Come back, please. What's their name? Yogurt Pot 99. It's actually a pretty good name, Yogurt Pot. I love you, Yogurt Pot. Play me again. Your deck was complex and interesting, and produced various decisions. Yeah. I'll pump this. I don't care. Still, if my opponent has a bounce spell, I'm not that bothered. Yep. Should probably be pumping the creatures with activated abilities. That makes slightly more sense. I'll just attack with High Sentinels. My opponent doesn't have any good blocks. And they can take 6 damage. They're both things that are fine with me. So that's 4 toughness and 4 toughness. Soon they'll be big enough to survive a Slice and Dice. Wow, I can even kill Metamorphic Worm if it attacks. Just block a Miss Meadow Griffin and pump it twice. And then deal 3. My opponent can't be having a fun game. Their deck is just full of beefy creatures, and my deck is just full of disruption and solid blockers. I thought I'd have a really bad matchup against this deck, but turns out when you have multiple archers, it's just really hard for people to get in with their big threats, because you'll just trade for them with 2/2s. I do have to double block here, because they have Nantuko Disciple. Yep. I'm fine trading both of these for the Metamorphic Worm. My opponent pumps it, I guess I just pump both my guys. Yep. Let's just deal 3 damage. See what my opponent probably just responds with Nantuko Disciple. And then I pump both of these. Exciting things. Bam. So now they have to... No? Okay, I'll take that. It's fine with me. And now I get to return Snowhorn Rider to the battlefield. That's way better. mean, Aven Redeemer might be better, but I think a 5/5 Trampler's got to be good. Stifle? Actual Stifle? Wow. That's okay, I guess. My opponent can stifle that. So I still got a 2 for 2? It's one of my opponent's cards that they're playing is Stifle. I definitely don't think that card's good. Yeah, I'm gonna pump over these to 5 power. 5 toughness, I mean. Might as well, right? There's a chance I just win this one game by going to time. The way things seem to be going. I think I'll play another creature and a Sungrass Egg and pass. Seems legit. Don't really need shelter yet. I mean, Slice and Dice. So this card's really good with Slice and Dice because it's got protection from red. Let's attack with this. My opponent is almost dead. Just gonna chump block. It's fine with me. So that means their thing gets 7 power. Yeah. I'll take the bait. Actually, why did I do that? I've got so many archers. I don't need to do that. Whatever. Too late now. Neither of these things have 6 toughness, so I can't actually block the Spined Worm. Okay, my opponent conceded anyway. That was actually a pretty poor play there on my part, but it wasn't punished. What do I bring in against the massive creatures deck? I'm not actually sure I really want anything particular from my sideboard. There's nothing that's really strong against big creatures. Dragon Grip could be okay. Might bring that in. The card's just bad. Although, with that and Stone Rain, I can just destroy my opponent's lands on the play. Probably still not worth it. Oh, this is a matchup for Coast Watcher. Nice. Now, what do I cut? Probably Mystic Visionary. It's too small to matter. I think Starlight Invoker is still okay. And what else? Monastery Flock's fine. They have multiple things with less than 5 power. I'm going to be on the draw. I could cut a land. It's not unfeasible. But I don't think I really want to. Possibly Lava Master Skill? Yeah, I'll cut Lava Master Skill. Also makes me want to cut Dragon Grip, just so if they do bring in like a disenchant or something, it's just even better. Like, my cards are even better. Yeah, I might just bring Brainstorm. Just to dig to my really good cards earlier. Doesn't seem my opponent has much removal or answers. And this hand's fine. Got 3 Morphs and a Prophetic Bolt. Let's keep. Yeah, I could understand impersonating Sentinels. I just didn't need to do it to win. So my play was actually just to keep Clever Impersonator in hand, in case my opponent ever played anything that I couldn't otherwise beat. Something sort of in the realm of like Simic Sky Swallower or something. Although I could actually beat Simic Sky Swallower. Like Krosan Cloud Scraper, maybe? I don't know, there's a few cards out there that you really just want to be able to answer, and Clever Impersonator answers a lot of them. If my opponent played like a Planeswalker, the problem with just having a second High Sentinels is if my opponent has a way to deal with High Sentinels, he'll probably deal with the second one too. That said, second High Sentinels is definitely a way to kill somebody. It is hard to fight. Yeah, I'm just going to play the Gravel Slinger now. And then Crossbow Infantry next turn, leaving up Scabland and a land, like 2 lands. And then hopefully my opponent attacks in with Jeskai Windscard and I can kill it. I don't really think that card's worth playing in a deck like my opponent's, which is so heavy with creatures. It just means it's usually a 2-1, which isn't... 2-1s just aren't that great. Yeah, so now my hands are real good again. I'm just gonna play, like, just do the same thing I did last game, which is not let my opponent get any value out of any of their cards. That's a Spined Worm. Ooh, no attack, eh? I'm just going to Prophetic Bolt that now while they're tapped out. And then attack it in with my 2-2. Ooh, those are some cards. I think I want Slice and Dice? Yeah, definitely want Slice and Dice. Then... yeah, that seems legit. That's not F6. I might need a Crossbow Infantry if my opponent tries to trade. But they shouldn't, yeah. Especially if my opponent just saw a Crossbow Infantry and a Gravel Slinger from me last game. They probably shouldn't be playing Jeskai Windscout in game 2. Just matches up terribly against everything I played the previous game. Also multiple flyers. So... I'll play a land here. And attack with my Morph, I suppose. Wondering if it's worth slicing and dicing here. Because this thing can get to be a real problem. Kind of want to. So if it does become a 6-6, what would I do? I really just don't have any answers. Yeah. Don't really want to let my opponent have a 6-6 at this point in time. Yeah. Miss Moon Griffin style. There's a problem with playing a format like Vintage Masters. Your graveyard order matters and it can be really irritating to have to play with. That's a Crothan Tusker. Yeah, I guess I just cleverly impersonate that. Having my own 6-5 seems like a decent answer for my opponent's 6-5. And pass. If I had a Shelter here, I would feel great. But even so, I have more cards in hand than my opponent. I have Miss Moon Griffin to rebuy something. Possibly Clever Impersonator, possibly Snowhorn Rider, if I kill it. play this face down. And attack with my Crowsand Tusker. If they block, I can give it protection from green. Unless my opponent has Stifle, in which case, that's fine. You really don't think Stifle is playable and limited. Your opponent has to have some crazy card for that to be worthwhile. Yep. If my opponent wants to trade a card for my Morph Trigger, I'm okay with this. Let's pick green. I guess I don't have Stifle. So this might very well be a 2-0 game at this point. It's possible or not, but from what I've seen of my opponent... That must feel rough. Getting a foil Mox Pearl in a Phantom event. Wow. If this wasn't Phantom, I would just, like, concede to my opponent out of sheer jealousy. Like, I can't compete with somebody who's got a Mox Pearl. Why did I play my land? I don't know. It's real bad. I don't know how to play Brainstorm, clearly. Yeah, just put Chase back on top. Yeah. If this wasn't Phantom, my opponent would have just, like, taken their cards and never bothered playing Magic Online again, because... No, they'd actually play a lot of Magic Online. What am I saying? Because they'd have any card they want on Magic Online. Alright. Yeah, that's real nice. Real nice foil Mox Pearl. Lonely Sandbar again. Wonder how many lands my opponent's playing. It seems like a lot, but they have a lot of big, dumb creatures. Just you need spells to support your big, dumb creatures. That's my problem with a deck like that. I'm just gonna bounce their thing. I'm not bothered. Jace. Some sweet cards in this cube. Not cube, sealed. There is Foul Play. Foul Play 2, Poultrygeist returns. And if London burns... That's fine. I don't care. Fair enough. Stifle the Jace trigger for value. I can get behind that. I like good human players. Oh, and my last round opponent just won 2-0. Wait, did they? No, they won 2-1. Just apparently faster than I went 2-0. Apparently my deck's just super slow. Alright, so we're about to go into round 3. Let's see how that goes. I'm reasonably happy with my deck. I wish I hadn't played against, like, the worst matchup in the world. I'm just gonna close this down. Yeah. Just couldn't beat that Yawgmoth Bargain deck. Yawgmoth Bargain, too good. Plaguewind, too good. Too much value. He played Yawgmoth Bargain all 3 games, and Plaguewind in the 2 games that he won. Okay, 55 seconds. Maybe they should have a button that everyone can click if they're ready to start. Diplomacy has that. It would only shave off like about a minute from the round, but it would